only c6. Okay. So we knew we were getting a Caro-Kann at least. Bishop here, I feel like knight g3 is a pretty reasonable move here because we have f5. But maybe we should go knight f2 for the culture. Yeah, knight g3 to me makes more sense, but the whole point of this opening is to play our move knight f2, so I'm gonna do it. So I think we want to go for bishop d3. I feel like the knight's really well placed. Yeah, stopping like e5, stopping c5. Probably gonna go e6. I don't mind bishop e3 here. Just trying to watch the move c5. Here, I think we let it happen. Yeah, if we go here, then knight takes f4 does work. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, that definitely does work. Bishop d2, c5, c4. g3, king g2. Okay, rook b5, rook f2. At least my rook's on the 7th. I feel like this is that's a small achievement. I wouldn't say it's nothing. Can double. I mean, yeah, this we can just play a3. I feel like white's slightly better. Maybe knight g5 there would have been nice. Kind of just forces him to go back. Yeah, I think it was probably a good move. Especially because it helps the knight reroute. Like knight g5 would have been phenomenal, but okay, we just played a quick, decent move. f6. Just keep bringing the king. I don't know, maybe all the way here. Then my rook on d2 is freed from its duty. Yeah, rook c8, knight g5 would have probably won the game right there. This doesn't do enough. If I didn't play king here, I think he was maybe threatening rook takes b2. Maybe. I think I'll play a4 next. I also like perhaps g4 as well. Can play rook d8. Interesting. Not what I expected. Feeling like knight e5 is actually a reasonable move here. I still like this move a4. Just makes the rook do something really funny. Because you can't let me take there, so I think I have to go rook b6, but it's like awkward. It's where the other rook wanted to go. Setting up bishop takes c3. I did not see that. Think I want to go knight e5. But it's based on something extremely strange. Takes, rook d8, king here, rook there, king there, rook f8 is what I'm trying to play. I don't know, we're threatening mate. It's really strange. Like, he has lots of moves to get out of it. But then I'm thinking, like, my rooks are pretty well placed at the end of all this. And I don't see how you can keep that bishop. Well, this was my idea. So king f5. If we take this way, then bishop f6 is a problem. Like, I have to lose a bunch of pawns. So maybe here we can take with this rook. So that's still not an option. And then take here. And then that's still hanging at the end. I don't know if we'll even end up a pawn here. I think we will. There's bishop takes f4, of course. But then we'll take... The bishop will be hanging. So, yeah, I think he played what I would say is the best move. So the question is, do we want to take this first? And we're guaranteed to take this. He can take however he wants. We take this, and then one of those pawns is lost. Or do we take this with that rook? It has to be. Then the king moves, let's say here. Then we take. And then what if he plays, like, I don't know, rook c7, for example? Yeah, we can take and go rook f6. That feels a bit better. So the question is, here, what if he goes this way? And then down to h3? I think we just take this pawn. Rook f6. And we should be getting at least one pawn there. We should have taken and then taken, so I have rook d2. I forgot that what he's going to do is threaten rook e2 check. But that's okay, because at least we have this check to force him back this way. So let's take... I'm not sure which one was better. It's pretty hard to say. But let's definitely give this check, right? Maybe not. Here. Just don't think that's good enough. This, rook should be there, and that rook should be there. I feel like we have to go here, which is just such a lame move. I think we're trying to play this and take, although at this point I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure who's achieving what. This is a threat. Also, this check might be a threat too. But this threat is substantial, I think. I definitely do want to liquidate these pawns because that's where his king is. So if his king is somewhere where there's like pass pawns, I feel like that's a problem. This is no good. We definitely want to take this. Question is if there's better. Yeah, I think we do want to take. I feel like we can make a few like checkmate threats. I realized if I just move the rook, he'll play rook g5. So maybe we can just extend the rooks like this. And if we always have some sort of check or checkmate threat, it should be pretty good. Oh my god, you can check me anyway. That was silly. The whole point was to enjoy the checkmate threats. I go here thinking that you can't do that. I mean, to be honest, he's still suffering a little bit, but not that much. Also, why didn't I... Ugh. So many things to do better. Why didn't I just move my king and let him take me and keep his king cut off there? So many reasons why that's just no good. Yeah, probably we just make a draw by taking. Hopefully it's a draw. I'm not really sure. We might lose if we play that. So try to avoid losing. It's a safe pre-move. Probably gonna go e4. Damn. Had to take a risk there, like just guess a move because we were probably not going to have enough time, like just not enough time, I think. So we had to take a guess. Yeah, this was really well played, but here we just need rook g8, rook g1. Like the fact that he checks me is so irrelevant. Once the rooks go like this, it's impossible. He has to stop checkmate from both sides, so his two rooks would have to go there. It becomes impossible to play. You know what I mean? Like, what do you even do here? You have to have both your rooks ready to go like that. It's terrible. So, yeah. That's a real shame. Yeah, this was a really good line, and it was the top line, but as soon as I played it, I was like, okay, it's so obvious that the opposite is true. Taking here is so much better because he can do the same thing, but my rook comes back to f2, and this rook stays active, doing stuff. The way that it happened, I needed a rook to come back here before I took, but it was the same rook that needed to do both. Yeah, it probably went back to around even, but then we outplayed him again. And then we outplayed ourselves with this move. And because I missed this, I was upset about missing it. I didn't even play the best move, which is this. Because now this is still great winning chances. Great winning chances. So yeah, we just extend the rooks and then pretty easy win there. But then even despite all that, he still managed to outplay himself here. And again, it's completely winning. I think we outplayed ourselves. Somehow we got a rating point there. Shows how low we are.